A movie about race. I guess I now understand why it's so controversial. F1. What's your formula? The formula here is being generic. So that's what this movie is. Now, that doesn't make it bad. Sometimes something being generic doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it's familiar. It's formula. I mean, just 2 years ago, PlayStation put out their own racing advertisement with the Gran Turismo, which is also, I believe, is about Formula One as well. And these two movies both have the same sort of tropes, but what these two movies are also really good at is some kick-ass racing. This movie here, when it's not about its characters and its story, this movie is kick-ass. When it's just on the track and those cars are zooming and brooming, this movie is kick-ass. When it's not that, this movie's kind of boring. It's not so boring to where you're like dreading it. You're like eye rolls. You're like sleeping. It's more so that type of boring when you're like, okay, I know where this is going. Sort of derivative. All right, we can get through this, right? Let's just move past this. Brad Pitt, Damson Idris characters in these movies are paint by numbers characters. They also are extremely charismatic, and they bring these two characters a lot of life to what should be really generic and ultimately boring to watch. Brad Pitt has been playing this sort of cool, aloof, charismatic character for the past 10 years now. I'm gonna be honest with you. For me personally, watching this movie, the character scenes almost feel at random. It just feels like they just had a bunch of footage of these actors doing things and they just pieced them together the best way they could to make it feel somewhat cohesive from scene to scene. All the character work and feels choppy and underdeveloped, but again, because of the charisma from Brad Pitt and Damson Idris, it does good enough to keep you engaged and invested throughout the entire movie. What the director does here is John Krasinski or something. I don't know how to say his name. But what he does here in directing a lot of these scenes is he puts you in the car, either in it or on top of it or around it. Either way, he puts you on the track with the cars. That really immerses you with all the sounds and the movements and the speed. You start to really feel it as an audience member. That really engages you while you're watching. You're just like, oh my god, am I driving this? This is exciting. This is exhilarating. And I think that to me is what ultimately is going to really work for you as an audience member. If you can sort of, if you're okay with the not so deepness of the story and the characters, if you are just a person that's like, I like Formula One racing, I like cars, this movie gives you more than you can handle. Now, if you like, I want to know about these characters, I want to go dive deeper into the story, don't watch. Go do something else. Because this movie doesn't do that. Alright, it don't go deeper into these stories. It keeps everything pretty much surface level with these characters. One character in this movie that I know if you guys been on TikTok and other places has a controversy. I think her name is Simone Ashley, Indian actress who I believe is dating or married to an actual Formula One driver, was supposed to be in this movie as a love interest to Damson Idris, but then got cut. And when you watch the movie, you understand it. When you're hearing this outside of that, you kind of like, oh, that's so sad that she got cut. But when you watch the movie, you go, listen, they barely care about the romance between Brad Pitt and, I forgot her name, Carrie, her. They pretty much just go off the fact that Brad Pitt's a handsome man. She likes a handsome man that she's seeing. He's around. He's charismatic. He's cool. She falls for it. That's pretty much it. Damson Idris, they have this one girl in the background who they introduce and for a good bit play with, has a crush on Damson Idris, but they don't do anything with it. So it's just a lot of awkward, weird scenes where they will cut to this one character, this one white British girl character giving googly eyes to Damson Idris and being flustered and being a little nervous. And you like, oh, okay, I guess by the end they're gonna get together. They just don't. I like this movie. I think this movie is pretty fun, but it's just I just liked it enough. I think it's a fun movie. I think it's worth the ticket to watch it in the movie theater. The experience of the noise. I'm pretty sure if you buy a D box IMAX and you see these cars and this and the trembling and the sound design all in the movie theater will come together perfectly and greatly. Like, this is definitely a movie you should see in a movie theater for sure, just due to the experience that it brings you from these race sequences that they have here. Anything outside of that, it's just nothing. I don't really have much to say. There's not much to really dive deep into this movie about, other than pretty much that. It's a good looking film. It's a great experience in a movie theater. It's fun as hell. The characters work. Well, not the characters. Brad Pitt and Damson Idris and Javier Bardem uh, are good enough actors to make a lot of this dialogue and these characters charismatic enough for you to be engaged throughout the whole film. This is just a F1 Formula One commercial that's just beautiful, and it really does treat itself like a commercial. It's a vehicle, no pun intended. It's a vehicle for Formula One to get people excited and interested in Formula One. Or if you're already a Formula One fan, gets extra money out of you. Wow, they're not racing right now. I think they may be out of season. I don't know. I don't keep up with Formula One. Overall, if I was to give Formula One or F1 a rating, I'm giving F1 a 7 out of 10, man. It's fun. It's good. It's fun. Have fun with it. Go and watch it.